Second thing that the students of knowledge a lot of the time waste their time with is al-ishtighalu bi umurin mafdula, busying themselves in things which are less important. Somebody has more important things to do, but they preoccupy their time with things which are less important. For example, you find a person, he read for 1 hour, or he came to a class for 1 hour. He benefited, okay? He saw some benefits in himself. What does he do? He spends 5 hours wasting time now. You've benefited for 1 hour, but 5 hours you're going to waste. This is common amongst a lot of people. You spend more time just, alhamdulillah, I did 1 hour for knowledge, alhamdulillah, that's all that's needed. Why don't you seek knowledge for 5 hours and relax for 1 hour? Some of you might say, but doesn't a person not need to relax? Relaxation is needed, but it's needed biqaddarin, not unrestrictedly. A person, for example, they read for 1 hour Quran, or he memorized a verse or 2 verses, or hadith or 2 hadiths in a day, and then he says, I don't want to make it hard on myself. I memorized 1 verse, I've memorized 2 or hadith or 2 hadiths today, so I don't want to make it heavy on myself, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to relax, inshallah ta'ala. I'm going to take the whole day off. It is true that the people are different in their abilities, and of course everyone needs time to relax, maybe do something, come back, and no doubt, but you're working towards enhancing the number of hours which you spend benefiting yourself and seeking knowledge, right? Not reduce it and put it down. وَلِذَلِكَ Ibn al-Jawzi in his kitab Talbisu Iblis, one of the things that he mentions is a person, أَن يَكْتَفِ الْإِنسان, that a person will be happy and sufficient, happy and enjoy in 1 benefit that they benefit, or 2 benefits. And then shaitan enters that person's heart and he says to them, you're upon good. Your other people like that, they didn't even benefit that 1 benefit that you did. And then he says, relax now, you take the whole day off. And that the person wastes his time and does that. So this is another thing that students of knowledge tend to, or people tend to fall into. And so it's a matter which we need to avoid. And if you look at the great scholars of Islam, they were different to that. Shaykh al-Islam Taymi, look what he said. He said, وَقَدْ أَوْعَبَتْ الْأُمَّةُ فِي كُلِّ فَنِّ مِنْ فُنُونِ الْعِلْمِ إِعَابًا فَمَنْ نَوَّرَ اللَّهُ قَلْبَهُ هَدَاهُ بِمَا يَبْلُغُهُ مِنْ ذَلِكَ وَمَنْ أَعْمَاهُ لَمْ تَزِدْ كَثْرَةُ الْكُتُبِ إِلَّا حَيْرَةً وَضَلَالًا. A lot of people, when it comes to Islamic sciences, the different knowledges that are out there, they haven't been given that nur in their hearts, which Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala guides and gives to whoever He wishes, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So a person, Allah has blinded them, subhanahu wa ta'ala. So all of this knowledge and all of these books, all it does to them is confuses them. It's like, what's this about? Nah, this is confusing, man. Ibn Taymiyyah here is saying, فَمَنْ نَوَّرَ اللَّهُ قَلْبَهُ, anyone who Allah enlightens his heart, هَدَاهُ بِمَا يَبْلُغُهُ مِنْ ذَلِكَ, Allah guides him to what will take him to that path. وَمَنْ أَعْمَاهُ, and the one who Allah blinded him, لَمْ تَزِدْ كَثْرَةُ الْكُتُبِ إِلَّا حَيْرَةً وَضَلَالًا. The large number of books they have, it will only cause them confusion and misguidance. وَلِذَلِكَ الذَّهَبِيُّ, he said, rahimahullah, in the tarjama of Uthman ibn Sa'id al-Darimi, he said in it, الْعِلْمُ لَيْسَ هُوَ بِكَثْرَةِ الرِّوَايَةِ. Knowledge is not the more you memorize. وَلَكِنَّهُ نُورٌ يَقْذِفُهُ اللَّهُ فِي الْقَلْبِ. It is light Allah places in the person's heart. وَشَرْطُهُ الْاتِّبَاعِ, and the condition for it is to follow. وَالْفِرَارُ مِنَ الْهَوَى وَالْإِبْتِدَاعِ, and to run away from desires and innovation. Why did I mention these 2 statements? What was the reason I mentioned it? The reason is because if one of us looks at these books and gets a book and looks at it and ponders on it, you will realize that the proof of Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala is established on us. That these large books that we brought, these lessons we listen to, these lectures that we listen to, the proof of Allah has really been established on us. And if we don't organize our time to benefit from these books, or we don't organize our time to benefit from these lessons, this is going to become from the things that are going to work against us the day we meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because the benefit is there. Al-Imam Muhammad ibn Abi Hatim, he said, Ibn Abi Hatim, AdbulRahman ibn Abi Hatim, he said, سمعت المزني يقول, سمعت المزني يقول, I heard an Imam Ismail ibn Yahya al-Muzani saying, قيل للشافعي, it was said to Imam al-Shafi'i, كيف شهوتك للعلم? How is your desires when it comes to knowledge? How are you when it comes to knowledge? And Imam al-Shafi'i said, this is how it should be to us, brothers and sisters. That when we read and we're benefiting, we don't want to go anywhere else. We're literally enjoying it. It's bringing joy. Look what Shafi'i said. He said, أسمع بالحرف, I hear a word. مما لم أسمعه, which I've never heard before. And guess what it does? It penetrates my limbs and my body parts. It's like my body parts, my arms and they're like ears, they themselves are hearing it. They find blessing in the same thing that my ears are finding blessing is in. And my heart is. I'm literally enjoying every moment of it. This shows you that this was everything for them.